symbol story box. Today we are going to be making symbol story boxes. So the materials you will need are an empty box. It can be a tissue or shoe box, some paper, glue, sticky tape, scissors, markers, your symbol dictionary from last week, and any other crafting materials. So we're going to first cover our box. We need to cover our box by measuring out the paper, so we can lie it flat like I have and then use your glue to stick the paper on. We want to do this to all sides of the paper. Sometimes you might have to put 2 pieces of paper and layer it. Okay, once you've covered your whole box, you can use some other different types of paper because we need to draw our story on there. So I am going to make a decorative wave. So I'm measuring out my box first, and then I'm cutting on the lines to create my curve, and this will kind of act like a barrier. So I will write my story on this part, okay, because I want it to stand out with my black marker. So I'm going to stick it on half of the box. You don't have to do this. This is just an idea. You can draw your story straight onto it, or maybe you can use a straight line as a half, or maybe you want to represent your story in a different way. Remember, this is just my idea. So if you think of a different way to represent your stories today, then you can do something a little bit different. I'm just showing you my idea of what I would do to my story when I want to represent my picture symbols. I just thought it would be easier because, as I said, I am using a black marker, so I thought it would stand out. So now I've stuck them both down and I'm trimming the edges just in case I didn't measure it perfectly. Now I'm going to use this black paper as a border, so I'm just folding it and I'm going to glue it in the corners just so that my story really stands out. It's just a really nice technique to fold the paper like that so that the viewer's eyes, so people's eyes can look straight at the pattern or the symbol that you are trying to make. So you just fold it once you've cut it into a little strip, into a V, and then you can glue it down. If you don't have glue today, you can also use sticky tape as well. Sticky tape works well. If it's clear, you can stick it on top. Okay, so now as soon as you've done that, you need to go back to your picture dictionary from last week. If there's different words that you want to add, then you can just keep adding to your picture dictionary, or maybe you're going to make some new ones, symbols up when you're making your story. I'm doing a good side and an evil side. So a good story with a happy ending and a scary story with a bad ending. Let's see which one this one is, so you can guess grade 1. So it says, one day a boy went for a swim. He saw so many fish and had an idea. I will go fishing. He caught a huge fish with sharp teeth and large fins. He took it home to his family to celebrate. They were so happy. So they were so happy because they got to eat fish. So I am representing the fish story, the boy catching the fish, the water, by using the color blue and by creating some wavy lines, okay, to make it connect to my story, so that I'm symbolizing what my story is about, just like the rainbow serpent that we looked at last week. So there's the little fish tails. You can see them, they're swimming in the waves. So I'm drawing them as well. Okay, so that's one side. The second side is scary, very scary. This side says, one day a boy went for a swim and found a coin. He was so happy that he raced home to his family to show them all the coins that he had found. That night, they had a huge celebration to celebrate the coins. When his just when he celebrated, a huge scary monster came to the house and took the coins. The boy was brave and tried to look for the monster in his cave. And then I put to be continued because my scary story is longer than my happy story. But you can see I've used sharp, pointy lines to represent the monster's teeth. And I've used red to make it look like almost like blood. And I've used some straight lines to make it look like there's a fence that the monster was trying to climb over. So I'm representing my scary, scary story. So my box has two sides. So your box will have a happy ending and an evil, maybe scary ending. That's what you need to do today, grade 1. I hope you have a lot of fun. If you don't want to make it scary on one side and happy on the other, then you can make one a funny story, one a serious story, or you can make both of them the same story but different endings. You can use your own creativity to make your picture story, and you can flip the box to show which ending you would like. Have fun. I can't wait to see your picture stories.